Welcome to Alpha Algos. I am Bass. I am a six-figure day trader over the past 6 years. That is what I have done for my income, day in, day out. Now, if you actually know, I have a channel called Conscious Crypto where I show you my live trades, and you know that I'm a swing trader and I focus most on psychology, mindset, and then execution. But today I am most excited to talk about Alpha Algos. Over these 6 years, I have come across so much fatigue in my trading because even when you're winning, and you know this if you trade, or you know this when you invest, even when you're winning, it can be stressful. You can see profit. You need to know, do I take profit now? You're looking at the charts. Is this a good level? All these different decisions, these micro decisions are stressful. Sometimes you make a decision, you exit early and you leave money on the table. The market goes in your direction. You know this if you've sold an investment, maybe out of panic, and it continued to go higher. Even when you make money, it can be stressful. So I am elated to announce Alpha Dog Algo Elite. This is an algorithm that I co-developed with my business partner, Brandon Fagan, who is an aerospace engineer. And if you know anything about aerospace engineers, they don't ship product that malfunctions. This man, absolute whoop whoop. And he has put the development behind it, the deep coding behind it, and the infrastructure. I have helped develop it from a technical analysis side, from a market analysis side, and a fundamental understanding of trading and how strategies work and how the market works. So super excited to introduce this today. The reason you're seeing this screen right now is because I want to show you, yes, I'm in a trade. Yes, its total value is around $65,000. It's $3,500 in profit. It's a very low percentage, but I'm giving you some credibility here. You see, this is what I do. If you go to my Conscious Crypto channel, you'll see the six figures. You'll see the trades I take. You'll see many 5-figure wins. This is what I do, and this is what I've been doing for years. Go check it out if you want to believe more, because I will encourage you to do that. There are a lot of frauds and a lot of fake gurus in this industry. We are going to be transparent here on this channel and within this company, and that I can guarantee you, and those who know me know that to be true. Check this out. Just want to give you some sense of credibility to these entries and what I do, and how it's a Saturday. My level of discipline this weekend has to be pristine. I don't get late nights. I don't get to engage in the typical nighttime activities that others and boozing up and things like that. I have to maintain discipline because I got to get up tomorrow early. I got to meditate. I got to do my cold plunges, my movement, and center myself because I'm in live trades. So I'm on the job. I'm on call, right? I have to minimize my decisions as a swing trader. If you know, you've seen the channel, I take 8 setups at most per month. And if those don't present, I don't take trades. That's how I beat the system. I don't expose myself, and neither does Alpha Algos. Alpha Algos is all about limiting your exposure to the market, but more importantly, eliminating the emotional flaws, the emotional human error that enters anyone's trading system from investing to day trading. That's the beauty of an automated trading system. So yes, while I can flex these, this is simply for credibility, for you to see a couple of trades and understand this is how I enter. I look for confirmation, then retest of specific levels, and then continuation. Now, I say that only because I'm going to show you our algo that's out now, but we have one coming courtesy of me with the finesse of our aerospace engineer, Brandon Fagan. And this is kind of just a taste, okay? Quick sell signal. There will be buy, take profits, and stop loss orders as well. And I could show you that, but not today. Want to focus on Alpha Dog Elite. This is a sell, as you can see. Took time, but it rolled over about 6 hours from Hong Kong to the Open of London. Here's another sell signal straight down to the bottom, and then a buy signal straight to the top. Now this is set to scalp its first position. then move to break even, and then take more profit as it continues with momentum. So all of these would have at least one take profit and then break even, profit protected. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to jump right in, and you are going to see what I am so stoked to release and put my name on. This is Alpha Dog Elite. Now we're going to go back here and we're going to start with a loser. Now I'm giving you a little more than normal, and this is levels. You're actually going to see levels, but understand that this algorithm is analyzing thousands of data points in order to adjust its take profits and its stops according to certain parameters in the market. Now, if you're a trader and you want to book a call, you can learn more about what those parameters are. What you need to know, though, is here, ticks along, rolls over, stops out, 3 positions. That's the max contracts. You'll notice that it's not always 3. Again, another feature of this algorithm. If it doesn't think the conditions are ideal, it won't put on the full position size. You get to determine the position size. You get to keep the funds in your account. It's a pretty immaculate conception. Check this out. There's the entry on the short, 3 positions. There's the stop, moves a little bit towards, rolls over. There's a lot of people that might see this and go, I'm out. This is crazy. Get too close to my stop, to my invalidation. And then they miss out on not only 1 winning take profit, 2 winning take profits, and a 3rd day's end take profit with the break even stop after the first. That's how we roll. These are things you gotta know. So here's a short straight to take profit. That was pretty exceptional. All right, here's a short that doesn't slight profit days end. So in and out in the same day. New York, check it. Bit of a winning streak here. Okay. Another short, TP1, TP2, and then days in, take profit with the break even stop. Let's look for another loss. So this is kind of the beauty, though, is that there's multiple take profits. So this catches momentum and can take a trade throughout the entirety of the day while you don't have to. While you can go to work, while you can spend time with your kids, while you can earn from another job or another career or another business, what have you. That is the beauty of automated trading, is you don't need to spend the screen time that I do. And I don't even spend as much as most. There's key times that I look at, and I look at high time frames. So I'm patient. That's the only way I've been able to survive in this market when others can't. However, here we go. Dang it. TP1, shoot, and then break even. Okay. We're going to find one. Come on. All right, here we go. There we go. Losses do happen. This is the message. Boom. Opens a loss, opens a trade, goes immediately into drawdown, and then churns its way towards a loss. This is excruciating. If you're sitting there, 15-minute candle after 15-minute candle after 15-minute candle, this is 3 hours for you of just dying. Unless you learn to regulate and you learn to take the appropriate position size and then accept your risk, this is excruciating. You don't need to subject yourself to that. And you don't need to learn the technical analysis that is required to open a trade like this. And then, more importantly, to lose a trade like this, get stopped out after 3 hours, and then the next day go, I'm going to do it again. Short, bam. And not only short, but this was 3 contracts. This was 1. So actually being indifferent to the loss here and saying, here are the current market conditions. When it's an if-then statement. That's how algorithms work. Just like a Coke machine, a vending machine. You put $1 in. So if $1 is put in and someone presses E5, then the machine knows to dispense a Coke. Not a Sprite, not a Snapple, a Coke. That's how algorithms work. These are independent, non-emotional, and constantly vigilant. So you don't have to be. So that's the exciting part. I didn't even get the hype in yet. Let's take a look at the past 6 years or so of performance, right? As up to date as we can get from the start of 2020. Y'all, 2020 was a little bit crazy, right? A lot of people lost a lot of money, okay? A lot of pullbacks, a lot of opportunity, sure. Our algo seemed to do pretty good. Now I'm going to show you something. Yeah, so if you just want to see it, $330,000 in profit on a 50K account using 3 contracts on NASDAQ futures NQ. So minis, not micros, minis. However, we have institutional grade signals via NQ that can execute on MNQ or micros, institutional grade signals executing for retail trading. Okay, boom, the drawdown 27.65%. We're stoked about that because the upside is 661%. Okay, that's pretty sweet. If you don't know who Jim Simon is, please check him out and know that his Renaissance hedge fund, so they're called Renaissance, had just better than a coin flip in terms of win rate. We have a little bit better than a flip of a coin. But since 2020, we've been doing pretty good. So I want to show you, if you were to buy and hold NASDAQ, where would you be instead? Okay. Sometimes you'd be up, but I want to focus on the end. Yes, you'd be up 100,000 by being with green, which is us, blue, which is the buy and hold. So you can see by this little chart, this little key. But you'll see that when the NASDAQ pulls back, Alpha Dog Algo does really well because you don't make money holding a stock when it goes down. You lose it. But by running an algo, you can profit on the way down. So you can see some of these separations, and you can really supercharge your returns in that regard as well. Now I'm gonna pop that off, just show you the 15-month. Well, I mean 15-ish, right? I just want to go to the beginning of last year. So you can see this live, how this looks. Boom. Chicka, 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 213,427%, 17% drawdown. A huge acceleration phase, yes, for sure, coming off the inauguration, different market conditions, boom, 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 and then a steady up and to the right. So that is Alpha Dog Algo Elites. We have others that perform better in terms of an ROI, but have bigger drawdowns, which means, yes, they all go up and to the right, but which one's a smoother ride? Do you want to be on the plane that has all the turbulence and lightning all around it to get you to your destination? Even if you get there faster, you want to go through the storm, or do you want to go on the smooth flight and go around the storm? So that's the idea there. Here is a picture of March. We had a phenomenal start to March, a 74% hit rate, a ton of winning trades. Largest losing trade, very small. This was actually so much and so intense for us that we, on a 50K account that we went live on, we're backing off of that a little bit. We went 5 contracts max. 3 contracts is for sure where we want to live. All the results we show are going to be 3 contracts unless you otherwise stipulate during a risk call. This is currently what's going on in May. And gross P&L, total profit, losing trades minimal, but also not a lot of trades. I will say that much. We have not had a lot of activity in May. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Alpha Dog Algo Elite is intended to be a diversification of your portfolio. So guess what? Your portfolio is likely going up right now, but what goes up must come down. It's the law of nature. Also in the marketplace, we call that the law of mean reversion. The markets are getting overextended. They can, of course, continue to the upside. Long is always the right position in terms of looking at the marketplace. However, it is likely to see some sort of market harmony come into play, which means a pullback. Not going to say the word CRASH, but pullback. And Alpha Dog Algo does phenomenally well in a pullback. So when a portfolio is going down, Alpha Dog Algo Elite is often going up. There you'll see our logo. Looks like the A or triangle, just to keep it simple. You'll come here, apply for early access. We are looking for the right customers. Our next 10, we want them to be the right customers at the right price, early adopter pricing, and then the price will go up, of course. We are far cheaper, about half the price of our competitors, less on some, and we're wiping a ton of typical fees. Now, this is where you'd come, you go ahead and fill out, because yes, we need to qualify you and make sure you have the capital and the mindset that is required to benefit from Alpha Dog Algo Elites. With that said, I'll leave you there. Come check out our Discord. Of course, you can check out our Discord. The link will be in the description. But more importantly, if you feel like this is a good fit for you, this makes a lot of sense, or you have a referral, please let us know. We'd be stoked on it. A lot of this first video is going to be circulated to my network. So I want most people to know, hey, this is me. I'd love to have a pitch with anyone that's interested. I will make sure you're a fit. I have already turned people away that were interested and ready to go because they didn't quite meet the requirements in some way, shape, or form. And again, that can be a psychological requirement. That can be an expectation that they have from the algo that doesn't fit. So just so you know, we are not one size fits all, but we are super stoked for those that we do vibe with. And with that said, signing off.